This is High Noon and welcome. Are you prepared to draw? I hope so. And I don't mean any of that liver lizzy gun slinging stuff. And I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. You all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, yeah. People can hear me now. I can hear. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry about all that. I was trying to do something so you wouldn't hear the TV in the background. I didn't do it all, so I guess weren't able to hear me. How are you, Timothy? How is everybody out there? So I guess nobody heard what I was saying earlier. Um, I was saying earlier, I've come up with a sort of schedule for Monday through Friday for high noon and after dark. Mondays for high noon, I'm going to be drawing an indie comic character. Like I am right now, I'm drawing from Naomi Birthright 2, the angelic looking character, the character with wings. Ariel's her name, I believe. Then Tuesday, I'm going to be coloring my comic book. And Wednesday, the same. And then high noon, I'm going to be doing a Bible character, a Bible story, or my rendition of it for what the character looked like or whatever. I'm not sure whether to draw up just a character or try and draw up various scenes from that character's life. You guys can, weigh in on that, what you think I should do. And then Friday for high noon, I was thinking doing cross comic shorts, like 2, maybe 3 panels. And you guys can write in scripts and for that and present, make them funny or whatever. Of course, I've got to approve them to draw them, so, consider me when you're doing it, whether I will approve. And then for uh, After Dark, if I can get somebody an interview for some independent comics. If not, I'm not sure what I'll do then. I'll find out tonight because I haven't got anybody booked. Of course, Tuesday is character of the week. Um, and then that's drawing it up. Wednesday is coloring character of the week. Thursday will be practicing live, like an eyes or nose or whatever. And then, of course, Friday is going to be gaming. Oh, some sort of game. Probably going to be Final Fantasy 14 this week. And then once a month on Saturday afternoons at about 3 to an auction once a month. So what do you guys think about all that? No comments, no thoughts, I guess. Oh. So Piper, I heard you have a character in the Fio ship. Yeah, Demon Blaster. I just created it. I haven't done anything with it yet. I don't. Whatever the tallest is, it's a robot. Basically, all in black with some red highlights. And I created it just so maybe can do some gaming. Maybe if you want, you can create a character on the Thawne ship 3, and join me in the metal some Friday nights when we do it there. Although I think this Friday we're doing Final Fantasy 14. Hey Eagle, how are you? Okay. Not sure whether I've got a definite look for. Okay, I'll try to create another character. It was Thawne. I think it's without an E. Ship 3. My main is level 81. Well, I can maybe even get Metal to create one on there. He's got a level 60 on Thawne. And I'm up to like level 16 now. That was just one night of about 2.5 hours. Oh, your character's name is Blaster on Fun, yeah. Demon Blaster. Okay, sent you my friend's request won't come back online. Okay, sounds good. I'll try and get on that today. Okay, oh, I get this. No. These don't come up off. I do it online here, but uh, yeah. So if anybody wants to put in some shorts, like 2 or 3 panel shorts for Cross Comics shorts on Friday, or yeah, Fridays. Feel free. We've got a couple I think I can work with till, and of course I'll have to come up with ones of my own too. But I've got so many fashion items. Yeah, cool. I hate armor. But armor is so cool. Yeah, it is. Drawing it's not fun though. Especially when you don't. I've only got a couple pictures to go with for this character, so I don't even know how it works, exactly what it looks like. So. You think that's why they always draw the superheroes in tights? Probably. Although, look at Iron Man. I feel, in some ways, I feel sorry for the guy that draws Iron Man. Or Transformers. Although Jamie Reyes does a pretty good job, and so does Brian, what's his name? Uh, Brian Shear. I remember seeing some comics covers. The only interesting characters were the goons surrounding the hero. He was just a naked metal buff guy. Must have been Colossus. Yeah, it was some indie book, I think. Oh, wow. Let's see what I can find on that. The Kickstarter's still up. Okay, so looks like that is okay, so here it looks like this in here. Okay, so okay, so I think this is getting good. And to all the Canadians out there, happy Thanksgiving. More accurately, to all my fellow Canadians. Seeing as how I am also Canadian. Now, this. Well, let's see. Not many people are talking today. We see them here. Good number of people, which I like. I don't like do that arm. If everybody can also please hit the like button, that would be very much appreciated too. Hey, what did you do? What did you give thanks for? For not having power for 12 hours? No, although I should. Give me a lot of time to sleep. So didn't really have a Thanksgiving dinner last night. Probably not going to have one tonight. But, that's all good too. Just me and my mom, so not really up to doing a big Thanksgiving dinner. But usually I'm trying to be thankful every day for stuff, although I don't always achieve it. Practically, more often than not, I'd say I probably don't achieve it. What about you, Bullet? Hey, Chick, I might have Corona again. Rick? Hey, John. How are you? Oh, not much. Just trying to draw. I think her name's Ariel from from Niobe Birthright. Yeah. Because I'm trying to come up with a schedule of what I'm going to be doing on each day for high noon and after dark. Hopefully it's full pretty good. So Monday on high noon now I'm going to try and draw an independent character. Tuesdays gonna try and Tuesdays and Wednesday gonna try and color my comic book. And I'm not sure on what. High noon on Thursday, I'm going to try and either just draw. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do just draw a single biblical character up good or just try different scenes from a biblical story. And then I'm thinking high noon on Fridays, do cross comic shorts, either 2 to 3 panel stuff that I can come up with or 2 to 3 panel stuff. Oh, I can't hear you. Or 2 to 3 panel stuff. Maybe the audience can come up with that I will approve of drawing up.
What is a radio showdown?
Oh, Eagles, you know how we've decided to do our radio play or drama, whatever you want to call it?
Yes.
Eagle now wants to challenge us to it. In other words, who can do a better one? Us and our crew, whoever our crew is going to be, besides you and Metal, and him and whoever his crew is going to be. He's been trying to get me to say a yes, and he's saying it should be like
Eagle, does Eagle? Have you ever heard Eagle's voice?
I don't know.
I think he's. I think he's just playing. I think.
And he's saying, it's my show, John. Right. Should you challenge John to the radio show now? Why do I need to challenge John? He's on my team.
I'm on Team Piper.
Or he's on the team I'm on. I'm not sure whether I should say my team. When I say my team, I don't mean it's my team in that way.
Are you ashamed of it?
No. I just mean we're on the same team.
Yeah, Team Piper.
Yeah, or Team whatever. And so, yeah, that's high noon, and then after dark Mondays is, of course, my interview, or unless I'm not sure what I'm going to do if I can't get an interview. And then, of course, Tuesdays, well, that was Monday for after dark, and then Tuesdays is drawing up the character of the week, my character of the week. Wednesdays coloring the character of the week, and then practice live. In other words, practice and all that, just drawing eyes or whatever, or faces or something like.
Drawing. Oh, practicing drawing. Okay.
Yeah. And then Fridays gaming.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, especially gaming, right?
Well, you should do that like during the week, not on the last day that you're live.
And then once a month on Saturday afternoon at about 3, you're going to try and do an auction.
I saw that you started up your auctions again.
Yeah. Kesai says, which one will lead Team Piper? Oh, Kesai, have you got your shield yet? Eagle says, stop being scared of John and Metal and challenge them to a radio showdown. Why? Do you just want them on a different team than me? Eagle, do you want to try and scoop them up for yourself? Eagle says, John thinks I'm joking. Raggedy says, they can't even figure what team they're on. So what do you think, well, except for the gaming thing on a possibly different day, what do you think of my whole schedule idea, or what I've got planned?
I mean, I could say sounds good, but I think I'll give you a real answer instead.
Okay.
I think that you're spreading out these things too wide.
What do you mean?
I think that you should have a more focus every day, that you, like an actual something you're working on.
Okay, what do you mean exactly?
Like, I think that spending less time doing, I guess you would call them like character studies of projects that are not going to be coming out for a very long time, and focus more on Snowdrift and Shield.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the coloring.
Yeah, I think that you should do more of that and spend less time doing other things.
Yeah. Well, I got to get the stuff in to color them. That's why. I don't seem to know what I'm doing each day. It seems lately. That's why I came up with that.
Uh huh.
I'm just, and I'm not sure whether everybody's bored seeing the same page every day. Or because I have seemed to be working on the same page for the last, I don't know, 3 weeks for coloring.
Uh huh.
And I guess you would. Well, would you call this a character study? Just drawing up like this, or is that what
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Like on something that you're like you're gearing up to do something you're working towards. Oh, like Bullet says, working towards.
Uh,
Like for instance, how can I put this? You have the Canadian Shield that's essentially already been fulfilled. That campaign is over, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Um, so other than doing character studies and doing coloring, drawing up a character from the Piperverse or the Crossverse and stuff like that, maybe start doing promo work, promo images, stuff like that for the next campaign, and not just the next campaign, even if it has to do with which we'll call it Snowdrift or the Canadian Shield, in a way that what do you call it? I don't know. I'm having a hard time formulating my thoughts here.
Yeah, I'll take your time.
Um, like there's a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to like how you could improve, for instance, an Indiegogo page.
Yeah.
Like, let me get rid of this. I'm working on something inappropriate right now for my hair manga, but let me change this before I share my screen. Give me a second here.
Mallet says you should be always working on your brand. That's sort of what I'm trying to do. Work on my brand in some way, shape, or form. Get people in here.
Okay, get rid of that.
John Mallet says, John, tell him if he's serious about John. Just tell him he is not serious about the brand. I'm very serious about my brand. I think everybody has different ways about being serious about it, for lack of a better word.
All right, so
Hey, Dark and Light, happy Thanksgiving.
oh, is it Thanksgiving for you guys over there?
Yeah,
Well, happy Thanksgiving.
thank you. What is the goal? To get my comics out. But there's.
All right, like for instance, I'm sharing it now,
Yeah.
but when you do when you make your panels or your images for Indiegogo, you have the option of actually setting up an actual background or an image, right? Like an image, like a JPEG, not a JPEG, a PNG,
Yeah.
something that could be lighter, or whatever in the background. So what you could do is something like this, right? Let's say you get some blue here. You get like this lighter blue, fill in the inside. Let's get rid of this. And then you could even do like some sort of, let me grab some simple tool real quick.
Make sure that's this.
Now you could put some snow in the background like this. And then grab a little brush and buff down that density. Just put some variation like that, like some cold looking area in the background. And then when you set it up, I mean, don't do anything this simple. You got to make it look a little cooler than this.
No.
But then, you could say something like, you can actually put the text on the image. Let's see. Let's grab a comic font here. This way, when you have, and then you can put here, you can throw in, an image here, throw in a skinny image on the side, a bigger image on the bottom, and you can have kind of like you can promote.
So you're
promo.
So you're saying for my Indiegogo page, instead of having quote unquote just not have have all my text already not write in my text in just regular way that you would do a document, but have it done on a JPEG or a PNG or whatever, an image file.
That way you just plug those, instead of using the tools that they allow you to use, which is just type in here and then it'll put the font there for you. Insert images, and the images will be your fonts and all the promos, and it'll look more presentable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something I could do. Make
it, what do you call it?
Make it look more spectacular.
Yeah, like what we did for the Tales from Beyond the Gate, when we had everybody's names and stuff like that. We would put the names in, not just the 6 fonts that they allow you to have on Indiegogo. You go in, you make an image, and the image is long and skinny, and you insert that image. So the names are dynamic, they pop, they have shadows on them, and all that stuff. Working on that stuff, like, oh, this is going to be for this part of the campaign, and that stuff is really interesting.
Yeah,
and interesting to watch people do. Like they had one that I want to emulate for the Buckler, not strictly as it is, but there was a campaign for this game, a cell phone game that I really like called Kingdom Rush.
Yeah,
and they were coming out with a board game, and their production value was off the charts. Like all their backgrounds were gorgeous. They looked like old scrolls. You know what I mean? But it was all super cartoony at the same time. It looked really cool, and I want to do that. But I'm trying to find a theme right now for myself. Yeah. Like what I'm telling you about this right here. I'm trying to find a theme. I'm racking my brain right now, and I have been for the past few days trying to find a theme for the Buckler.
Yeah,
and I want to do it almost like remember how they did Nicolas Cage's Spider-Man Noir in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I want to do my backgrounds all like that, but I'm having a hard time coming up with a border system, a page and all that stuff. I can actually work on that stuff right now.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, that's
and I
neat.
think that stuff would be really interesting. Even as instead of just working on some random character that's going to be in your universe 6-7 years down the line, do that instead.
Well, hopefully it's not. Hopefully the characters that I'm working on right now aren't going to be 6-7 years down the line, because that's when I switched the characters up to character of the week is the ones that are all on my website right now that are supposed to be quote unquote officially in the first year and a half, of my comics. But they're obviously not coming out the exact way that I wanted them, month after month. Right now, the Shield and Snowdrift are coming out like almost a year. It's going to be Shield number 2 and Snowdrift number 1 about a year after. Although that I would have liked it to have been sooner.
Yeah. I get it.
But, that's due to the funds, and that's due to a bunch of stuff that's...
And here, Mallet brings up another good point, which is also start going out and making friends in more popular streams and creators.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get back to doing that.
Outreach. And finding a way to incorporate that into your shows, because people also like hearing about that. They like to hear your plans about how you're going to be growing your channel.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of what I was trying to do with... I guess it's not a growing my channel with saying my schedule of what I'm going to be doing, but, instead of me just being, what am I going to do today and just winging it, at least that's a plan, you know what I mean? But, that stuff that you're showing can definitely be in on it, yeah. Maybe that's where I work on it. Like, if I don't have an interview, maybe I'm working on Mondays for After Dark. Maybe I am working on the next campaign stuff.
Yeah, and like for instance, like if you were to go and find another person somebody that's actually out there and actively trying to grow their channel, somebody like Mighty R, right?
Yeah.
People like to watch Mighty R because he's actively trying to get his channel to, grow, and not only that, he's actively trying to get his few hours up. Like he did a stream last night where it was essentially, please just click on my stream and let it play because I need 700 more hours. So he just essentially had a picture up there with some bubbles going across the screen. But people at the same time, he had like 40 people come by and just watch for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because people want to help you succeed.
Yeah.
And finding someone like that and talking with them actively and coming up, with new and unique ways to, team up, partner, grow.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's a little bit like, it almost feels counterintuitive. Like people would not want to see that. Like that's something that's like making the sausage. You want to do that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But they don't. They actually do want to see it.
Yeah.
They want to see you out there trying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that stuff would go better, would serve you better than.
Yeah, well, I definitely got to get out there. Like I remember, back when I started the channel, I was in Mike's or Ethan's chat and sort of spamming it about my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not out there talking. I go to Gary's stream, or I don't even really go to Mike's stream much anymore. But I go to other people's streams, say hi, chat for a bit, for what I can or whatever. But yeah, I gotta start getting out, watching more live streams, trying to get involved in the whatever they're talking about.
Or just do it like when you go onto somebody's chat, or when you go onto somebody else's live stream. Um, Ask them outright. Would it be okay if I spend the duration of my time here on your stream solely trying to direct people to my YouTube page
Yeah,
and getting them to subscribe? You know what I mean? And more than likely they'll say yeah.
yeah. We haven't been on.
And just doing that, you know, be a guest on other people's stuff, go around and network and outreach.
Yeah.
Because I think that directing your energy in that way
Yeah.
is much more productive than just finding new categories to fill in certain days with.
Yeah. Well, it was just. I guess I was wanting
I'm not saying it's a bad idea, Rick. Like,
yeah. I get what you're saying. You know, I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. You know, just trying to figure out, I guess, how to do it. You know, get on other people's streams, or you know, I'm also.
I think that having the whole, you know, and I'm not trying to be critical, because you know that I'm very, very unreliable when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
You know that I don't have any room to talk, but I know that you are much more. You have a lot more self-discipline than I do.
Yeah.
When it comes to streaming and all this stuff, you know, if you were to actually take the time during your stream,
Yeah,
to come up with the plan. I'm not saying like, oh, you know, you have to spend hours and hours off air and off air hangouts talking to people and coming up with plans. Like, no, do it on stream. You know, do like who did it? I've seen somebody else do it before. Who was it?
Hello, Peter Spider. How are you, Peter Spider?
You know, and whenever you see somebody new in your chat, take the time to explain what your channel is and what you do and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I forget who it was. I think it might have been even Nerd Wonder. I forget. But they actually went and were contacting people in DMs and talking about setting up a promo or setting up a collaboration live on stream while they were streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's see if we can get this person on right now. And it was entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Like, let's see if we can get a commitment.
Yeah, force people to do stuff on stream. That way. Embarrass is not out of the live. That way, they're more willing to make the commitment that they don't really want to make.
Yeah.
Peter Spider says he's doing well. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, Peter Spider. Is this your first time here? I think I might have seen you here before, Peter Spider. I'm just not sure. But yeah, I just gotten tired of not knowing what I'm doing, you know, and I'm going to be on stream for the last, month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I came up with it. But
and again, this is not me being critical.
Yeah.
Because I don't do streams twice a day every day. being honest here. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
The whole this number, like doing this, like I don't know. Kind of tired today. Thinking about cutting this short. Don't really have any plan for what I'm going to do today. Later on, I'll be doing this, and that's it for today. So thank you guys for coming by and going through the whole rigmarole of the routine. Like it almost vocalizing how stagnant you feel and how stagnant you've become.
Yeah.
Kind of repels people.
True. And again, another reason why I came up with that.
That's why I brought it up. Because you brought that up, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good, Peter Spider, for first time. As my friend John was here say what I do. I am a self-published.
Well, Rick Piper is a comic book creator. He's already fulfilled. He did a campaign on Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding source for the Canadian Shield, which is his flagship character at the moment. And he's working on what he's going to be coming out with next, which is going to be a new campaign for the Canadian Shield and also Snowdrift. 2 books at the same time. And what he's working on right now is he's coming up with a plan to kind of get himself bigger, get the people that have already backed his book to consider backing again. He did a pretty good job of fulfilling to the point where it's giving away more than what people expected. And it was a pretty good package that came in the mail. I'll say myself, I got a really good package.
Well, you helped do a bit of stuff, so you got a little bit of extra stuff, of course. But even everybody, there was 5 trading cards. 2 thanks to George Gatsis, 1 thanks to Pixel Trader, and of course the fan versions. Which that contest, when I start my there's something too. When I start my campaign, we're going to be doing the fan art contest, the fan version contest again, and there's going to be 3 characters that people can do their fan version of the Cross Comics character. That of Snowdrift, the hero Snowdrift, although they can make our villain if they want. The villain Toxico, and the angel that I've created for in the Canadian Shield. Oh, yeah, I know. John's not. Are you working on anything, John?
Not at the moment, no. You can take me off.
Okay. Yeah, that might be a little. Risey's here and he says, "Got to pump up that energy, Rick, man. I got the comic. Rick's a good man who gets the book out." And no, I'm not.
What Rick is working on right here, he's working on a piece of fan art called Ariel. And this is from another friend of Rick's channel here, Larry Higgins of Niobe Comics. And he has a character called Ariel, who is she's an angel.
Well, she's not an angel, but thinks she's an angel. Something to that.
She got wings.
Yeah. It's part of his universe. He's got a Kickstarter rate now up. Niobe Birthright, and she's one of the main characters in it. Hey, Marshall, how are you? Marshall's here. He says, "What's up? Hope everyone's having a good day." I am. And if you guys are Canadian, happy Thanksgiving. I know it's Thanksgiving here in Canada. I am a Canadian as well. Don't hold that against me. Some people might. Yeah, so I'm thinking of drawing up Melvin next week. Peter says it's Columbus Day here in the States. Oh, so you guys got a day off there or not, John? Is it a holiday there?
Some people do.
Not us that are on YouTube, right? Marshall says, have a good one. Nice drawing. Thank you. Yeah, Larry. Yeah, so Larry doesn't even know I'm doing this. I just. And if everybody could hit the like button and maybe share this out as well, that would be very, very much appreciated. And John here also has his own channel called Dillard Draws. He's a great artist. And you can find him on YouTube as Dillard Draws.
That's correct. You know what I actually went and started working on again?
What?
The one that I was working on for the Tales from Beyond the Gate, the caveman story.
Oh, yeah? That's something that we'll get. Although, I don't.
Finished that. I had never finished that one up, so I'm going back and finishing it up.
I was going to say something that we got to maybe finish up. One of these days is the last 3 pages of thumbnails for the Snowdrift.
Oh, you want to do it right now? We can do 1 page.
Yeah. Bring it up then. No, Dillard is American. He's from down in Los Angeles area, California, at least.
Yeah, Riverside, California. It's about 50 miles east of Los Angeles. Yeah, let's bring up that script and then we'll do 1 page. We'll lay out a page. We'll see how well we can lay it out and how well we can make it look. Should be some interesting stuff happening now that it's getting towards the end of the book.
Yeah, I believe it's page 21 we're on.
Let me go and pull up a new page. Oh, that's the manga. I can't show that. All right, I got a new page. Let me go and present my screen. A window, Clip Studio, share.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, great. I'm done. I grabbed the
All right, I'm ready to draw.
I grabbed the wrong
I'm ready to thumbnail.
I grabbed the wrong document. I went to Snowdrift number 2. Okay, so. Okay, all 5 stuff. Okay. What did we have was, how many books are you doing? Eventually I want to have 7 out at one time, going at the same time. Well, technically 8, but that's after a year of having 7 out at one time, Peter. I have 7 major characters that I want to each have their own book, and eventually they're going to form my version of the Avengers or the Justice League, and then they're going to have that book. That book will be a book. So 8, and then I'll be introducing other characters, and depending on how well they do within those books or whatever, I might bring out other books with the other characters in. So what do
Did you
we
find that script?
Yeah, I got the script. I'm just okay. Where were we? What had?
Let me go look at my DMs to you. I can find it. I think we just saw what she was just kind of realizing after everybody was passing out that she was not being affected by the cold.
Okay. I can get through the DMs there.
Weren't we? I think. Yeah, we were on page. I don't know, but we just kind of saw the people that were in the freezer that were locked in the freezer with her. They were all kind of like falling on the floor and shivering and passing out. And she was like, "Oh my!" And she was wondering, what's going on here.
Okay, so
Let me pull up this image here so I can show you the last page that we worked on. Here we go.
Okay, so I guess we're on page 20.
So here it is. This is what was happening.
Yeah, I bring it up. I bring it up in the games. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let people see you, not me. So, Google.
Let me know if my screen's on right now, so I can.
Yeah, I can see your screen, but they can't. Hangouts. There we go. Now they can see yours.
Okay, well this is you can see in the top panel, the bad guys are locking them. They're locking the handle to the freezer.
Yeah.
Then they're emptying out the register. Then they're locking the front door to the restaurant. Then we go to the inside where they've been in there for a few minutes, or for a while actually, and Snowdrift is kind of standing up in the middle. Everybody else is kind of hunched over and shivering.
Yeah.
And then the bottom panel, the girl falls over, doubles over, and she passes out. Snowdrift's a little bit. She's worried, but she's also wondering, why am I not? Why am I not freezing like they are?
Yeah, why am I not passing out?
Yeah. So
I think that was page.
I don't know what page that is proper, but that's where we're at.
Yeah. Want to shut the door if you're. Yeah, that was page 20, so we are on 21.
All right, page 21. How many panels we got?
1, 2.
Well, just read me what happens on page 21.
Okay, 6 panels. Okay, panel 1 is Christy vigorously Nancy vigorously fighting with the door handle, and she's saying out loud, "I've got to get this door open." Panel 2 is the door and the parts surrounding the wall suddenly become a wall of ice. Panel 3, Christy stares at this in surprise and disbelief. Panel 4, Christy saying to herself, "What do I do? I wonder if the ice has made the door rather brittle. I might as well try since I haven't anything to lose." She pounds the door with all her. Panel 5, she pounds the door with all her strength. And panel 6, the wall of ice completely shattering. And she says, "Wow, it worked. Praise God."
All right, so this is the actual. This is the actual climax of the story, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so I think we need to break this up into the two more bigger and dynamic imagery.
Okay.
Rather than crowding this page with 6 panels, maybe we can make some of the panels smaller if we want to keep the 6, and make some of the other panels much bigger.
Uh-huh.
But I think that her struggling trying to get this door open needs to be accentuated.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to portray her accidentally causing the ice to form on the door.
I guess, and the door part, might be starting, say, panel 2, is she's still sort of struggling with, the door, trying to open it, but as she's struggling, you see ice forming around where she's working. And then, when she stares in disbelief in panel 3, that's when it's all covered. If you understand what I mean?
I do, yeah. Can I share an idea?
Yeah, of course.
All right, what if we have one scene of her yanking at the door, right? Like it's not coming in. Then she decides she's gonna like shoulder butt the door.
Uh-huh.
And as she shoulder butts the door, oh, I have another question. What do her powers look like when they manifest? Like, what is does it have some sort of like a magic or a glow, or what does it have?
I wasn't thinking no magic. I was just thinking it just happens, almost like Iceman. He just sort of
Iceman like shoots snow at stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I guess he just gestures. But it does. If he gestures towards something, it's just he thinks and it does it. The gesture is for say Iceman. Just a way of control, although he probably doesn't need to do the gesturing.
Like, for instance, if she wanted to, let's say there was a lock hanging on a storage container or something, and she wanted to freeze that lock to make it easier to break open, right?
Yeah.
And she reaches forward with her finger and touches the lock. Do you see anything emanating out of her?
No.
Nothing at all. Okay. So she would just touch it or gesture at it, and it would become frozen.
Yeah.
Well,
although I know although I know she can't, here, let me switch over to my camera for a second. She could go like that, and it would seem like the snow was coming out from her hands, like as if to blast, like. But it would probably be like the snow would actually be coming off like a millimeter or two away from her hands. It wouldn't actually be coming out of her; it would just look like that.
Because what I was thinking is if she would if we do a couple of panels of her continuously trying to shoulder this door open, like every time she hits, like a little bit of I guess her powers would kind of linger on the door. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of glistening or a little bit of something happening. And then when she hits it the last time, a big boom, and the whole thing just shatters into solid ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe with what you're suggesting, she butts the door and then maybe the door edges get frozen over. And then the second time it
but the thing is, it's hard to make that work because they would be frozen anyway because they're in a freezer.
Yeah, but I'm not.
That's why I wanted to show some sort of little glistening blue light or magic happening.
Well, what I'm talking about, is normally the door is just like that, all right? You don't see no ice build up on this anywhere in the freezers. They're just freezers. What I'm talking about is actual ice that starts to appear.
I mean, of course I know that, Rick. But you also have to realize that the inside of a freezer is all white. When this thing is colored, the inside of the freezer is going to be all white.
Yeah.
What is the ice going to be? It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult to show what's happening.
Yeah.
Something that easily shows what's happening.
I've been in a walk-in freezer several times. Peter.
You do know that I deliver eggs to walk-in freezers every day.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't they be fridges, not freezers?
Both. I deliver them actually to the freezers, and they take them with a pallet jack and distribute them to the refrigerator.
Oh wow, I'm currently being featured on the DLive homepage. Cool.
Nice.
Well, I guess you would see a 3D, well, not a 3D, obviously it's 3D, but a build up, you know, it wouldn't, the ice I'm talking about would be flat against the wall. It'd be raised up a little bit. DLive is another streaming platform, like Twitch, YouTube. They have a lot of artists and different things over there as well. Peter? I guess that's where I'm distinguishing it. Everything in there is flat. Where this is, you would either have snow, like old freezers and fridges. They would have the snow buildup or whatever, the ice buildup. It would be flat against.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. They would somehow show, the flatness of the door compared to the buildup of ice or whatever.
Okay. Well, if you think it'll work, and the coloring aspect of it, then let's just do it then.
And it's not going to be like clear ice, clear ice. Well, you just show the distortedness of something in behind. Well, it's also what you think you can, how well you think you can draw it too, John. Or, well, I guess it's not you in this case. Whomever's going to be drawing it. Peter says, this seems like a lot of discussion on a minor detail. Yeah, that's what we do around here sometimes.
Well, it isn't really a minor detail because this is the entire action scenario of the book.
Well, not the entire.
This is the big part of the book.
Well, not the entire. There was the guys coming in with guns, and all that.
Oh, how many people did they kill?
None.
How many people got punched?
None, but they all got ushered into this freezer, too,
Oh, getting ushered into somewhere. That's the action part.
They did fire the gun.
I put, which was the guy getting hit with the butt of the gun. Right, so let's get a face of her struggling to open this door. All right.
How long did it take to get here? Probably most people's think too long. This is her origin. This is the first origin issue. The thing is, I usually like to do first issues as origins issues. So sometimes origins can be difficult to tell, and people getting their powers and all that. Setup. This is a lot of setup for her life. Eagle says, DLive still exists? Yes, it does. How many origins have you done? Well, I've written a lot of bio origins, but writing them into a comic book. About 7. Although, unfortunately, these my first couple characters, I tried to get friends helping me who weren't really into comics, so they did not turn out probably quite as well as some of my other origin issues. Origins are evil, Rick says. Eagle.
Okay, so we got. This looks like she's struggling, right?
Struggling or mad, frustrated, yeah.
She has a headband over her head here. I forgot what she looks like.
Well, the head, yeah, I guess the headband. She would still use the headband.
Don't change the look of your character up in the middle of your story, Rick. just because she's working a new job doesn't mean she has to put on a whole new wardrobe and change how she looks and put on her contacts.
But we are about to having fun around here too, Peter. As you can see, me and John, we joke a fair bit.
I'm not joking at all. What are you talking about?
Some things you are, some things you're not.
Okay, so that's a good struggle face, I guess. Right, let's get some body gesture going on here.
He says it seems like an abusive relationship for me or him.
Arms here. Then let's see. I think her line would be like this. What would her gesture line be? Like this, and then one leg out, one leg going this way. Yeah, like that. Okay. Well, we're gonna make this a little bit. Well, we're gonna make this a lot smaller actually on the page, but let's see. How would the arm be on a flat? Because it's a flat. I gotta make this smaller. It's a flat handle, right, on the inside as well.
Actually, is there even a handle? Most of them, I think it's just a knob that you push.
Well, there's going to be a handle on this side anyway because we need to show her struggling, not just clicking on a knob.
Well, clicking and pushing.
Normally the inside looks like this, and it has a flat, rounded knob like that that you just push in.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that, Rick, because we have to show her struggling.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Let me... Yes, right here would be the cleavage. What is she wearing in this? Let me look again.
Just a waitress, some sort of waitress outfit.
Okay. Whoops. Okay.
For, like a high-end restaurant.
And this arm's too beefy. Down. Bring this wrist bone out. That. There we go. Get rid of this. And that's still too beefy.
Oh, it says they hope to get an international internet married someday.
Say what?
Billet says we hope to get an international internet married someday.
International internet. No, they hope to get international internet married someday. Not a international internet. Okay. We'll have a hand holding like thumb. This hand would be knuckles, and then the door handle would be here. And then it's going to go, the barrel of the lock is going to go like that. Make it flat. Then we got to get this arm to match right about here with the wrist. And then she's holding the other hand in her hand. Okay, yeah, right there, that's good.
So yeah, if anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Of course, I will try to answer to the best of my ability. Or John, I guess, if the question's directed towards him.
Don't ask me no questions.
Ask him no questions, he tells you no lies.
I don't got any answers.
Will it be a big wedding? No, because it won't be a wedding. John's already married. And I'm not really his type. And he's not my type.
Okay, so I'll have her fighting against the door. We can move this to like this to make it look more dramatic. And we'll make it smaller. Okay, right about there. Bang, 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 trying to get this door open. And then, well, I don't know, we'll put like a line here so we can show that the door is closed. Line back here. And this will be panel 1. That's a thick box. Okay, let me get rid of that.
No, we are not. We have become good friends over the last couple of years.
What is he asking?
Are you guys a couple? No.
Oh.
Couple of oddballs. Maybe, but.
More than that, right?
Well, I think your wife would have something to say about that.
She would understand. She knows you're a lure. Alright. So that's the first panel. Her struggling very hard to get this door open. What do you think?
Good. Really good.
Okay. You might have to make this happen.
Raggedy says they are.
A couple of champions when it comes to radio programming.
Cassie says John is obviously enamored by Rick. Rick is oblivious to the fact. Raggedy says John is building a tiny house for Rick to live in.
Okay, so there we go. That's one panel. Now what's happening on panel 2?
Panel 2 just says the doors and parts.
Panel 2.
The doors and parts surrounding the wall suddenly become a solid wall of ice. So basically what we were talking about earlier, how it's going to be.
So how do you want to portray that? What do you want to show? Tell me, close your eyes and paint me a picture of how you see this scene. Is she in it?
Well, she'll probably still.
Is it a close-up of a door jam? Is she taking a couple of steps back, looking like very surprised as the ice begins to grow on the edges of this door?
No, that's panel 3. Peter says, the interaction and difference in skills led me to believe there was more going on here. Peter, Eagle says, Peter, what's your opinion on the Shadow and Doc Savage? No, she's still probably hanging on to that door or that thing's very similar, but suddenly it's covered in ice, so, and the door around it. Like it's probably just up to her fingertips, all the ice or whatever. That's how I would
Yeah,
picture
you
it.
described to me what's happening, but I want an angle.
Oh,
You give me a where is the camera set up? What is it looking at?
okay. Trying to think. What is the angle? Angle. I guess from behind her at this point, and you see her struggling, but the door is and all that encased in ice. I guess down and behind her and looking down, bird's eye view. Uh, the
Oh,
constant.
let me try to sketch that real quick. Okay, so you want a bird's eye view. Let me get a new layer going. I gotta do some perspective lines.
Let's see. Bullet says, I am not familiar with those. Are they part of Cross Comic stuff? No, they're not. They're old. Oh, no, what are the Duck Savage and Pulp Heroes? This Shadow actually has has had a few movies. DC Comics has actually done a comic for it several times. I think Marvel and other independent companies for the Shadow, and I think Doc Savage as well. Although I don't think there's any Doc Savage movies. Eagle says the Shadow is a pulp hero of 30s and 40s. The creators of Batman ripped off. Peter says, "Oh, is that the Shadow Nose thing?" Yes, it is, Peter.
Well, maybe we wouldn't actually see her butt because she would be angled like that. So maybe we'd only see like her shoulder blades, and then leg would be coming out from the back like this. Might even have one foot up and on the wall. But that wouldn't really show the door. The door and the lock is kind of small in this angle, so I don't know what you would show for ice unless you want to do ice crystals like growing.
Yeah, that would be good. Like varying layers all over the door, or spreading out from that focal point.
Why don't we just do a close up on her hands and the ice growing on the door handle?
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, what the heck? Let's just do that. Alright, damn it, Rick. Okay.
Peter says, "Wow, you must be old." Bullet says, "Fraud alert! Fraud detected." Eagle says, "Yes, the Shadow was in Radio Comics and Pulp." Well, I guess it depends on what you define as old. I am fairly old, unfortunately. John's younger than me. I'm not crazy old. I'd be my mom.
Jesus owes Rick like $5.
It says Rick and John's love knows nothing of age. But it's Eagle here that must be the super old guy because he really likes the shadow.
And then we need a door jam here. And we need that to make it a little thicker here. And then we need to put some texture on the wall because the inside of those refrigerated have like textured, white textured walls. This is a close up. So there's the door lock, the handle. Let's drop our hands on it. That'd be easy.
Eagle says it's in the name. Or Bullet says it's Eagle 43. It's in the name. So he was born in 43 is what you're trying to say? Bullet?
Yeah, Eagle is ancient.
Yeah, he's older than my dad.
Eagle remembers the Depression.
And Eagle's like, no! No. If Eagle was born in 43, he'd be older than my dad, Peter. Eagle says, when I created my account, I was really into World War II history.
Well, there you have it. That explains everything.
Not.
Alright, so let's... no, this arm would be in front. You know how difficult it is to look at my own arms and then try to envision them as a woman's arms? Especially with how buff my arms are.
Eagle says, I am Bullet's dad. Eagle served in the trenches of Normandy.
I think Eagle would have been around during World War I. Okay, so here we go. We got... Okay. These are her hands. Her arms, anyway, yanking at this door. We should make this door a little bit small. This outline area of the door a little smaller.
These guys gotta have some underlining love. Bullet says, Rick, think about how Upton looks at himself and thinks something.
Rick, you're laughing too hard. I can't hear what you're saying. Let me go read the chat. Oh, man.
Bullet said, Rick, think about how often Dillard looks at himself and thinks of a woman or women.
Well, yeah. Okay, so now it's just...
Or as a woman.
Rick, focus here.
Okay, I'll try.
I'm getting too excited. All right. So, do you want the ice? Do you want her hands touching the ice, or it's just the actual lock itself and the door jams?
The lock and the door jams, not her, not touching her
Now,
hands.
is this full on? Is this full on ice now, or is it just beginning?
Just beginning. It's just spread out from around the. It's about around the lock, maybe just over to the door jam there.
Okay, so maybe like in this kind of general direction, like this.
Yeah, well, it can be spread out all around, like
So like this.
yeah. Eagle says you have a wig and a mirror.
I got a wig and a mirror. I can draw anything. Okay, so maybe we'll have some like little clusters of snow, and then little like crystal growing off of it like this. And more snow. Like that?
Yeah, that's good. Raggedy says this is getting real Buffalo Bill. I do not know what you mean by that. And I'm not sure whether I want to know. And for anybody who's yet to subscribe, please do. That would be very much appreciated. For when we hit 1,000 people, we'll be having some art giveaways.
Oh yeah, like what?
I have no idea yet.
Oh damn it.
Well, commissions. You know, obviously, varying sizes. Maybe a signed copy or two of the Canadian Shield for those that have yet to get it. But, you know, that's over 300 subscribers away.
So like that?
Yeah.
Okay. On the door handle or no? Just on the outside of the lock.
On the door handle, yeah. You have.
It's important that you leave this curved to show that the direction of the frost is coming from her.
Yeah. My mom says bye until tonight. Okay, bye till tonight. Well, we're going to finish up this page at least.
We don't have to finish up the page if you're busy. We can do something.
I'm not. I'm not busy.
Well, I know you're not busy. I was just being nice. Bigger
Uh,
jet.
no, I'm not finished writing the manga yet. I'm gonna sit down and finish writing it today.
Do you want to see my new page I'm working on with my manga?
Is it appropriate for people to see
Sure.
on my channel?
Absolutely.
Then I guess we can see it.
All right, here it is. Look at it. Ba, ba, ba. He got it all tied up in tentacles.
Okay, I'm not sure whether that was completely appropriate, John.
Oh, well, then you definitely don't want to see the next page. And I think along this line here of the door, which is going to be black, this is where the door connects to the wall. I think we should have ice coming from both directions like this. What do you think?
Yeah. Looks awesome.
And the ice is still growing this direction as well, further away. And down. And more snow. More snow. Always more snow.
She is Snowdrift after all.
I didn't name her.
Although she does more making probably of ice and snow.
Maybe her name should be Icy.
But I got the name from, snowdrifts that happen outside in winter. Or maybe you wouldn't know, living in that warmer climate.
Yeah, I don't know what a snowdrift is. We gotta draw some three-dimensionality here, so maybe like a crystal coming out of here, shooting out from the corner like that. Just a couple of little instances of where it's not going left and right. Maybe throw a little bit of shadow underneath the crystal. All right, how's that for ice growing on the? Is it obvious that ice is now forming and growing on the
door?
The jam?
Yeah.
And you might even be able to put something like sound effects, like a crack or a crickle.
Yeah.
A snap and a pop.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies.
All right, let's see. Okay. Whoops. There we go. All right, Rick, we finished this panel.
Okay. Well, the next panel is the cheese standing back from the door, and the door is just all like that.
Okay. So this is definitely going to be a shot from behind, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Rick.
What? Your wife's beckoning you?
I just got a message. No. You know I got a baseball game on the 17th, right?
No.
Yeah, so apparently...
it's canceled?
One of my cousins, they challenged was challenged by an in-law family, the Garcias. They challenged the Dillards to a baseball game.
Yeah.
So of course, we threw it in their face and said, "Your mama, of course we're going to show up and whoop your ass."
Yeah.
Well, it says here that they just drove by Orange Drive in Whittier, California.
Yeah.
It said there's the baseball diamond has a chain link fence around it. They put emergency cones all over the field and huge sand-filled freeway center dividers on the pitching mound to close it down for COVID.
Guess your baseball game's canceled.
My sister responded with, "We have enough people to move them."
Mallet's here and he says, "Wait, I just got back." Yeah, that's the thing. All that stuff, there would be enough people. If you do it a baseball game, there would be enough people to move all that stuff.
I don't know. Those freeway dividers are pretty heavy.
Oh yeah, they're completely cement, aren't they?
Well, no, these ones are plastic, just filled with sand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But they're still like 4 feet tall and 8 feet long. We could just break them open and spread the sand out on the field. All right, so let's get this. Okay, so the third panel is her backing away from the door because it's all getting all crunched up with ice. How big does this panel need to be? Because it sounds to me like it should be a pretty big panel, but I don't know.
Well, the question is, should it be the big panel, or where she breaks it, the big panel?
I don't know, but that's off center. It's bothering me. Let me get rid of this board.
Because panel 6 is the wall of ice shattering. I could actually probably put panel 4 into panel 3, where she's thinking, what do I do now? So we could probably make this 5 panels.
Yeah, that internal, external monologue garbage you got going on, you gotta trim that stuff down. You gotta show, don't tell.
Or I don't need to do it in a panel all by itself.
Correct.
So.
Alright, so we have these 2 panels here. They look pretty good. Alright, read to me the remaining panels again.
Okay, panel 3, Chrissy stares at this in surprise and disbelief, the door all in ice. Now, what do I do? I wonder if the ice has made the door rather brittle. I might as well try, since I haven't got anything to lose. She pounds on the door, panel 4, I should say. She pounds on the door with all her strength. Panel 5, the wall of ice shattering completely.
Okay, so this is what should happen. The middle panel needs to be a little bit inset on both sides, meaning we got to have like a little bit of a black box, like this.
Yeah.
Like this. And then the same exact thing.
On the other side?
Yeah. Here. And then this needs to be like almost like maybe like a waist up. Let me just do a quick little rougher here. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Make she's walking backwards, and her hands are like out, surprise. Like what? Because the door itself, it's just like all covered with ice like this.
Yeah.
That should be that main focus, because that's the main point of the page so far.
Yeah.
That this door has become completely covered in ice, and we also need to show like a little bit of like glaze on it with some cracks.
Yeah.
In the next panel, we should have two of them like this, one like this, and then one like this. One should be a close up of the door or the ice, showing severe cracks because of and all that stuff, and then the next one of her close up on her face, looking like with one eyebrow up, like what if? And you can write in, thought bubbles, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
is it breaking? You know what I mean? Like her thinking, like, is it breaking? And then the next one, her shouldering the door and just all the door just falling apart in pieces, breaking open.
Yeah. Yeah, the door breaking as she shoulders it or hits it.
Or how do you want her to hit it? She is a girl. I don't want her like doing like Hulk stuff, you know what I mean?
That's sort of gonna do girly stuff. That's sort of girly.
She could do like a super Chuck Norris roundhouse kick to the door.
Okay, I was just thinking, like that, but obviously that way. Pretend.
I'm sorry, what?
Pretend this is the door. It's like bam.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. All right, let me.
Mallet says he's doing a G certification video. Cool.
My condolences. Right, let me get these hands going. This one. That, and then we have the door. We'll make the door. Should we make it like this? Yeah, we should do it like that. Okay. I'm gonna put this door line receding, like it's like you're almost looking up at it from below, just to make it more imposing. Because this door is gonna be pretty important here. And we'll put our latch. I'll put it lower. Latch. Door. And then all the ice. I'm not gonna draw that ice again.
Oh.
There's gonna be snow, ice all over the door on both sides, covering the entire thing. Some cracks on it. This is gonna have like a sheen when you color it. More on this side. Let me copy and paste this. That on that side. So the whole door is covered in ice. And icicles and shards.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna look real close. And we're gonna put some here. This can be like, I don't know how you would do that. You just make everything very grayish when you color it.
Yeah.
Big bolt. Handle. And then we need to put some cracks, like some actual visible cracks. And these cracks are all going to be underneath when you color it. They have to be under the layer.
Yeah.
And you do need to put on here sound effects, like things popping. Oh, you know what? I have a little tool here I can use for cracks. Crack, crack, crack. There you go. And even put crack on it. Right crack, or else people are not going to know. Then we got to do a close up of the face. So let's get rid of whatever I drew right here. Garbage.
I hope everybody a crack tool says Mallet. I hope everybody is out there is enjoying this being done.
I hope so too. What are you doing, Rick?
Erasing some pencil lines.
Oh.
I went over my drawing with some with a multi-liner, or most of it. I still need to do one hand and one leg and a foot, or 2 feet. Peter says he's finding it very interesting. Yeah, and then either me, the thing is me, or somebody else is gonna have to take all these all these thumbnails, and make them into the comic. Well, hopefully, if it's not me, that they actually take them and use them.
Well, you tell them to use them, right?
Yeah.
I would start here, I think. Maybe here.
And Eagle says he's watching. Oh, there is another step. Yeah. This is the rough stuff.
Yeah, I don't think these would be these. What I'm doing right here because Rick decided that he wanted to go rogue and start inking over like thumbnails. What I'm doing here is kind of like rough pencils.
I guess I'm just used to. I figure you go to the 2 steps beyond, 2 or 3 steps beyond. When I was trying to do that, but unfortunately, I'm pretty good. Well, maybe not pretty good. I'm not sure where you would say I am at drawing traditionally, but I'm definitely pathetic digitally drawing.
Is it pathetic?
Yes, I can admit it.
Okay, let's put some shadow under her bottom lip here, and bring her neck down.
You are the best, definitely, probably the best artist I know, personally, John.
Ooh.
Oh, Dillard is the artist. You are the writer. I am a bit of an artist. Dillard's not going to be the main artist on this book. No, he's doing it all free. He's not going to be actually drawing up the book good. Unfortunately, I can't afford him for that. Unless, I came into a real influx of money. Oh, if Mallet, you're still listening, did you want to talk about that thing for John? Or
What thing?
the commission? I think he mentioned about it, getting a commission from me. But normally, yes, John would be getting paid for stuff like this. Mallet says quiet. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Okay, so oh, is Mallet trying to order a Christmas present for me?
Now you spoiled it. Okay, I guess there's no thing now. Since I spoiled it. You asked on air the other day, so I wasn't sure how mum's the word it was.
All right, so there's a close of her face, and she's like, oh, I gotta make one of her eyebrows raised up. I think. We'll do this one. And
I'm only sort of the writer. I'll a friend I had a long time ago did try to write this for me. They did not do the best job, but
How's that right?
good. But they did it based on what I was trying to do. I was trying to be the artist at the time, and them trying to get other people to write, or trying as well as me writing.
Rick, I gotta turn my air on real quick.
Yeah.
It's getting hot. Be right back.
It says I just bought 2 gaming computers. Give me a week or 2. Okay. Or we can talk. Or we can talk about it anyways another time.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
The last panel was her double fisting, slamming on the door,
Yeah.
breaking it wide open. Now, how do you want that shot?
Okay, you've definitely got to see. Okay, it's gonna have to be probably side-ish. You don't go with my word side-ish. To see the wall, you'd have to. Let's see.
Well, let me ask you this question: is the door itself going to be breaking?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just doing a quick thing here.
So, side-ish, I guess that means we gotta do
Something like that you'd see here. Her arm. If you can.
Ah, your camera's really blurry. Didn't you get a new camera?
No. My green screen. So, uh, uh, and well, oh no, it was what is all that noise? Could be a few different things.
Well, I turned my air conditioning on, so.
But, well, I was gonna have one of her pounding the door and then one of the door breaking.
Okay, so you want the door itself not even to come off the hinges. You want a hole to be broken through the door.
Yeah, like all the ice breaks off and there's just it's all there might be something hanging from the top of the what's the door frame.
All right, we need to do this from either a waist high or a knee high angle. Because we need to show what's through the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me try this. Let me get some perspective lines here.
And let me. And should this be 2 panels, John? One with her hitting it, and then a second one of.
I would say if you wanted to do another page, you've already. The thing is, there's a lot of stuff, Rick, that didn't happen in the book, and you can't. We got to talk about pacing
Yeah.
because you and you know this. You've methodically done everything at a very slow pace. You can't just have the main part just and then it's over.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of draw it out some. So if you wanted to do an image of her hitting it and then go to another page, flip the page, and it's a splash page, a whole full page of her breaking through the thing.
Yeah, we can do
Or
that.
then we could do that, but we can't put two more panels of those two important things happening on the same page.
Yeah. We could.
Because it would be really cool. It would be really cool if you did that, right? We did this on this page. We did a picture of her just hitting the wall, and then let me open a new one. Okay, then we did a new one of her like this from below. She's there like this. She's looking straight up and out or whatever.
And you see her from outside of the freezer.
You see the inside of the freezer behind her, the outside of the freezer, and then right here in front of her, you have this big, massive chunk of ice that just got broken down, and you see the opening that she's. You know what I mean? That would be a cool splash page.
Yeah, we can do that. That'll give 2 splash pages for the comic, actually, but yeah.
So this first page, then we're just going to show her hitting the door.
Yeah. Evan says, had I known this was not a video game, I would have tuned in. Yeah, I'm only doing the video game stuff Friday nights, Evan. Peter says, hello, Restreambot. Yeah, Peter, that's from Evan Hotep. He's over on Twitch. This is being streamed to DLive and people from there can talk if they want to.
All right, so let's get this woman hitting this door. So let's do some gestures real quick. Let's see.
Rick, when are we going to hold this radio showdown live stream? I don't know. I hear TV. That's probably my mom. Mom! I'll be right back, John.
All right. I'll be here working on your comic book.
Mom, can you turn that down, please?
She can't let this go away without.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, well, they can hear it from the door. Okay. Dillard, do you think the radio showdown is a joke?
I don't know what a radio showdown is.
It's our.
I would definitely like to be explained what the hell a radio showdown is. Does that mean that there's going to be like individual people like me by myself doing a radio program, putting it out there, and then Rick does his own radio program of any genre, of any type, puts it out there, and we all get it judged? Is that what's going on?
Well, I think it's going to be teams of it. Be that, but done. So you, me, Metal, and whoever else we shenagle into it, and Eagle and whoever he shenagles into his doing it. Going live, and then that's the showdown. People judge on which they think was the better radio program, radio play. Why so many contests? I don't know. I didn't mean for our radio play to become a contest. Eagle just decided to make it a contest. See, we're trying to make it a contest. I said that it was up between, I don't care one way or another. Metal doesn't really care one way or another. So it's up to you whether you want our nativity thing that we're going to be doing for live to be a contest of who can do a radio program better, us or some other set of people. I said I can't speak for you about the radio contest. Peter's a contest.
I do like contests, but I have no idea what the hell a radio contest is.
It's just basically, from what I get, who can put on.
What I mean, Rick, is I want the chat to explain it to me, not you. You don't know.
Okay. Eagle says, I'm not sure. It's teams. I think it's a battle of scripts.
Oh, I don't like that. That's boring.
Peter says, are you sure these guys are not a couple idiots? Sure, yeah.
All right, so how's that?
Good.
Just hitting the door.
Well, bam! No. Eagle says, Raggedy is writing a script, and so am I. Okay, so I'll have to rewrite that page slightly for that, but that's no biggie.
All right, what are we saving this as?
21.
All right, now, let's do the real page.
What? This was just one page? Yeah, that was just one page. And that got reworked from what the script said, too. That was page
21.
21. John,
Oh, let me send that to you real quick.
he's now doing 20.
There you go. You now have the thumbnails for 21.
Okay. What do you do with this page? Oh, with that page, me or whomever else will take it and take all those images and draw them up really, really good.
Here, I'll show him what he. All right. So, for instance, I would take this page. Then I would what I would do is I would flatten the image, which I can do right now. Just make it all one layer. Let's see here. Flatten image. Then I would bump the opacity down on it, so to make it more transparent, like make it even lighter, so that I can see my new lines, because I'm going to be drawing over this with inks. This is what I would do. So I would then do this. That here, and then make it light like that. Or some people prefer to change it to like a blue line, so that you can tell your black lines from your light blue lines really easily. I'm not going to do that, I don't think. And then I would open a new layer and get an inking pen, which is like pure black. Because what I was sketching in before was rough, loose pencils. Then, you take this image of this page, and you make a final comic book page out of it.
Yeah, you make
and I would do things like
make good.
I would do things like create. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you create your actual panels and all that.
Yeah, you do your borders, your gutters, your panels, this type deal. Then I would do like this. Then I would go in on a separate layer and then start working on the actual images and drawing them in as I would want them to be in the comic book. So kind of like this. Solid, continuous lines. All these construction lines, these circles, these lines, these cross. Don't use those. Only use what you want to put in the actual book itself.
Evan says, "Why is it when Eagle has a contest, John loves contests, but when Evan makes a contest, no one takes it seriously?"
I am taking it seriously. I'm the only one that's doing anything at all for the Harem manga contest.
Hey, I've drawn up a couple pages, and I'm writing my script.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen my pages, or you haven't seen my script? Or both?
Both.
Well, I can show the script easy enough. And then he says, "Baby Diller doesn't have to draw in mine."
So this right here, this process is called inking, and this would be, and this is where you would actually, if there's a light source, like for instance, the light would be right above her in this freezer, you would go in, like all these lines around her face are going to be kind of uniform in thickness, but as I get towards the bottom of her face, towards her jaw, her chin, I would actually thicken these lines up some to show that down here is where the
shadows are.
The shadow is going to be and all that stuff. So you use your varying line weight, like the inside of the ear here, this curve is going to be super dark. That the top rim of the ear will be light because that's where the light's hitting it. And her hair. And it depends if the hair is going to be black or if it's going to be colored in. You leave it open. If it's going to be black, you can start to fill it in all black. And just leave the highlights like that. of the hair. And then after you're done with that, you just get rid of the layer behind it, and those are your final inks on the page, and what you're actually going to be sending to a colorist to color.
Peter says, very cool.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so let's.
Evan says what Peter meant to say was very boring. Well, maybe boring to you, Evan, but not boring to Peter. I didn't say it was boring. Evan says, I didn't say it was boring. I was utterly fascinated. Stop putting words in Peter's mouth. Evan says he's taking notes. No, Snowdrift is not an assassin yet, Eagle. She will never be an assassin. She'll face some assassins. Third issue, she faces an assassin. Evan says I've known Peter all his life. I feel uncomfortable speaking on his behalf.
Okay, so
I feel comfortable.
Draw her feet because her feet are going to be covered by that big chunk of ice that got broken off the door, and we got to make her smaller. That's okay though, because it's going to be a splash page, so she can be smaller. She'll still end up pretty big on the page.
Yeah.
Alright, so then we'll have.
I know you don't know this person, Evan. He's just playing around. Don't worry, Peter. It's one of my good trolls. We do a lot of joking around here and all that. We like to have fun and have a good time and all that.
Oh, I'm not having a good time.
See, even in him saying he's not having a good time, he's having a good time.
Then we're going to have pieces of ice falling like this. Maybe even a couple of icicles. I don't know. Even make this whole thing even smaller. Probably should. Like that. Then we should give the show.
Come on, guys, let's not scare off the new people. Maybe you can even have some snow and ice crystals on the outside of the door.
Oh, yeah, huh? Yeah, I forgot. Because it's going to be frozen straight through, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have to need more ice crystals on the outside of this door. and then lots and lots of cracks. Everything all up on here. How does that look, Rick?
Good. Really good.
I know I drew it. And then we'll have behind her, we'll have the floor here. Maybe even like somebody slumped over right here.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the racks of
Food.
food and stuff behind her. And then what do we do for her face? What kind of face is she making? Rick, what is she going through?
Shock and awe.
Shock and awe.
It's like, oh my God, did that just happen?
Like the war in Iraq campaign? So I guess we would do this.
Probably, definitely a very big open mouth. Yeah. I don't know what a Brandon is, so no, says Peter. Good job, Peter. Saying no to that.
How does that look?
Great.
Are you sure you want it to be shock and awe?
Yeah. Well, I can't think of what else it would be at that point.
Maybe bewilderment.
But isn't that a form of shock?
Yeah, except it's a much better description of what she's going through.
Eagle says, it's a long story, Peter. Hello, Dustin. MTA, how are you? Portuguese? No, I don't speak Portuguese. Peter says, I feel there's a lot of long stories here. I don't think, YouTube's not getting the, minimum speak English. That's alright. What's going on? MTA is, my friend here, John, is drawing up some sketch thumbnails for, a comic that I'm going to be having come out called Snowdrift. This is a splash page he's doing. He's drawing up her face right now. She's just broken a freezer door open through ice that she created on it that she didn't know she could. Peter says, MTA, they are not a couple, in case you're wondering. And MTA, hey Elric, MTA is over on D Live. Apparently, its chat is not coming through to YouTube, but it is on the restream. I'm not sure whether it's coming through on the Twitch or not. And if you have any questions, I know you don't, you speak very little English, MTA, but feel free. I'm good. Elric?
How's that, Rick?
That looks great.
Hey, well, I think the thumbnails are done for this splash page.
Okay.
Well, hold on, let me change something real quick. Very important.
Creating out a chunk, eh?
Yes.
Go to Google Translate, what is the name of app? And write to Portuguese. What is the name of app?
What the hell are you talking about?
Please, PFV, my beautiful. Didn't understand English, okay? Try to translate. Oh, not app. Comic. Comical? We got somebody on D Live who speaks Portuguese. Anybody here speak Portuguese?
Portuguese is pretty close to Spanish. I can understand a lot of Spanish.
I think Raggedy wrote. Thanks, Raggedy. Or I think, thanks, Raggedy. I'm not sure what you said. Cross, read what I said to Dillard. Alric says, hey, Dillard, last week, remember when we had that nice weather? Try to speak in Portuguese and send it. And say, and send, try to send, save on my YouTube channel. Try to speak in Portuguese and try to send a save Curtaba Portuguese for me put on my YouTube channel. What is your YouTube channel? MTA? Rick, learn Portuguese already. You're about to lose a potential customer.
You ain't wrong.
Google Translate. Let's see, do we have cats? Voice translate. Hello. Go to my channel. Yes. Okay. Control Z. Control V.
Rick, what are you doing? Why are you ignoring me?
I'm not. What would you like?
Get some input on her waitress outfit.
It looks good. I like. I'll have to. Well, never designed a waitress outfit. What it would look like for. There. I'm not sure what high prestige waitresses look like. I have to watch some Gordon Ramsay again. Okay, I got his MTA. Home of the Canadian Shield, the Superman ripoff. Hola, Eric. Okay, I got your thing up, MTA, on YouTube. Rick, do you like my new profile pic? I don't know what your profile pic is, Evan. That's page 22. Read your question. Yeah, you said do it in Portuguese. No, I'm not reading it in Portuguese. I'm having a hard enough time getting one person in Portuguese. That looks good.
There you go. There's your page 22.
Okay.
Sent to you in your Twitter.
Okay, very good.
Do you want to move on to 23?
Yeah, I'm willing to.
Well, that's too bad. I got things to do, Rick. Now tell me what's happening on 23 so I can see how fast I can knock it out.
Okay, page 23, panel 1. Christy slowly dragging one of the staff. Panel 1. Christy slowly dragging one of the staff out of the freezer by their arms. Panel 2, Christy serving hot chocolate. And
What?
She's serving hot chocolate to the... Or I guess getting ready to serve hot chocolate to...
Oh, so they wake up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she says to herself or to somebody there, wait a second, better call the police and an ambulance for everyone who needs medical attention. Panel 3, Christy on phone. Panel 4, police car and ambulance parked outside a restaurant and Christy talking with authorities. Panel 5, Christy...
Okay, that entire sequence is unnecessary and irrelevant. What can we put there that would be better? her pulling people out. The next panel, like she should be a nice big wide panel of her pulling people out, and the setup of how she's setting them up. Maybe one of them's recovering already, like sitting up, and then the next panel should be the police there, like inside the building, and people like getting served hot cocoa, wearing like blankets over them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of course she's gonna call the police. She's gonna say, "I should call the police," and then another panel of her on the phone. That's no good.
Okay. We can get rid of her on the phone.
You want another panel of her dialing the number 911?
Okay, so you say if I'm hearing correctly, panel 1 and panel 2 are all right, except for saying she should call the police.
Panel 1 should be her dragging people out.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Panel 2
is her serving the hot chocolate or coffee, whatever, some hot beverage.
With police and everybody in the background. Yeah.
Okay, have the police in the background.
Police, first responders, firefighters, that kind of thing. Whoever would show up to a 911 call. EMTs.
Okay. With services around. He spelled it wrong. We'll get it right later. Okay, so I had panel 4, a police car and ambulance parked outside the restaurant with her talking with authorities. Well, I guess that would be panel 3 if we're including it now. Do you think that needs to be included?
What's panel 3?
Well, I took out panel 3 of her thinking about calling and all that. Now, panel 3 is police car and ambulance parked outside the restaurant. And Christy talking with, like the police. Giving her statement about the robbery or whatever, I guess, to them.
Oh, she could be doing that in panel 2.
So I guess then that...
I see panel 2 as the girl or one of the maitre d' or whatever in a blanket in the foreground, in the left, like drinking hot cocoa, shivering, whatever. An EMT maybe taking his blood pressure or something. Her Snowdrift in the background talking to a police officer. He's writing stuff down. You know what I mean? A lot of busy things happening.
Okay, sounds good. I guess so. She's not serving it. She's.
Yeah, they asked, wouldn't hot cocoa be a weakness?
Well, not to everybody else, and not to her. She's technically hot cocoa for her would, hot beverage is no different than any other beverage. Well, it couldn't be, could or couldn't be, because she's not going to be affected by super hot weather. Malin says, can't wait until we add all these irrelevant panels back. No, I'm taking stuff. Okay, so staff drinking hot chocolate with emergency services around. Talking to, I guess, every one.
Let's see, Raggedy says panel 2, turning doorknob. Panel 3, finishing the turn.
Okay, so I guess then it's panel 3 is the next day. Christy's sitting in her kitchen over coffee. Lord, Did I do all that thinking to herself or saying aloud? Did I do all that snow stuff yesterday? I must have. And then panel 6 is, well, Lord, I guess you want me to do it again, except with a new set of cards to play with this time. And that's foreshadowing or whatever you want to call for stuff about her past. And then panel 7, her on a sewing machine, or I guess that would be panel 5.
All right, so let's not get crazy, and let's write in. Let's write in, right? Like for instance, let's open a new file here. Let's say we don't have to get done with it. So let's say first panel here is her at the very top of the page. Her dragging the people out, right?
Yeah.
She's dragging them out. And then what you should do is the entire bottom half of this page, just do the scene where they're getting cocoa, the police are called, and all that stuff. But also do an insert panel of her kind of reflecting on herself, like right around here. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And just have her thinking about, like, you know, did this just happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't have to. Well, I guess it doesn't. If she's reflecting there, then I guess it doesn't have to be the next day.
No, she's not actually in, you know, deep reflection. She's still more along the lines of this just happened. I'm thinking about what just happened.
Yeah.
The next day, she could actually be really taking stock of what happened.
Uh-huh.
And actually getting to the point where she can, you know, talk to God about it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Or you could have her like a face, right? Like she's making like a face like, she's not sure, you know. Like, And then like the next page, she's on her couch at home making the exact same face. Like she's still thinking about it. She's drinking some cocoa or something at home. Like, one.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is a big deal for her.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not going to be able to draw those two big panels right now.
Uh-huh.
But next time we can work on those two big panels.
Yeah, because, well, I do know the last page, which I'm not kind of sure whether it's going to be 24 or 25 now with what you just said, is going to be just her standing in front of a mirror and a caption saying, finally, with a costume made, at this she calls herself Snowdrift due to having met someone years ago with similar powers as her. So
what?
She's standing in front of a mirror.
No, that's not. You know, that's not what I'm talking about. She names herself Snowdrift, having in the past met someone with the exact same powers.
Yep.
Okay. Like I know you well enough so that's not. I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. All right.
It has stuff to do with in the future, stuff that's going to go on.
I know. I said I know you well enough. What I would suggest, though, Rick,
yeah,
is getting somebody to write that different than what you just said.
Okay, well, how would you write it?
No, I'm not a writer.
Well, yes, you are. You've written your script of The Buckler. Both of them. I'm just asking, you know.
Okay, let me rub my temples a little bit. Think about this for a second. Hold on. You know, it works to relieve anxiety if you tap your temple. And you tap right behind your ear, right underneath the crook of your ear where the earlobe starts. Go behind the ear and just tap that for a little bit. That works too.
While you're thinking of that, I'm gonna show off. although it's not completely done, there is Ariel from Naomi Birthright. My rendition.
Okay, here he goes. You ready?
Okay.
The picture of her standing in the mirror. Then on the upper right-hand corner, you have written something to the effect of, and here she is, right? Then you go right into saying, giving a little bit of the story, saying, some years back, now, you probably don't want to give this away on air, I guess, I don't know. But whatever the nature of the relationship was, the person she met before that was named Snowdrift, you kind of give a little bit of that. You don't say the name right off, but you say, long ago. What's her name again?
Well, it's Christy now, or was Nancy Snowdrift, which.
Okay, long ago, when she was still Nancy, she met someone who influenced her significantly because of XYZ. I don't know the story, so I can't really write it.
Yeah.
The honor and bravery, the courage that she found in that woman or that person, and the strange similarity of powers has led Nancy to one conclusion. And then in the bottom, it'll say, and that is to call herself. And then you write it out, Snowdrift. That's the end of the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You write it like that way.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So now that you know a better way to present that, instead of just doing almost like retroactive, because the way you had it written, it was kind of like you were stating something, but then also stating at the same time something that happened before.
Yeah.
How would you write it?
Now, okay. Finally, I guess, finally where the costume's made. She decides from having met someone years ago. I'm trying to reword
No,
it.
not she decides from having met someone years ago. That's like it's an incorrect way of speaking. It would be more along the lines of like long ago.
Peter says, "Why does she need a costume? Because she's a superhero. Superheroes have costumes." I think I'll have to sit and. I know I put you on this one. Now you put me on this one. I'll probably have to stop and try to.
No, we got to work it out right now, or else it's never going to happen.
You can't say that. Heck, I went and redid this whole thing. And unless you did it by tomorrow, wanted to do those other 2 pages tomorrow, I'd probably have like a week to figure this out.
No, we got to do it right now.
Let's see. Okay, maybe scrap the caption. So it's Christy / Snowdrift speaking. Says, done. Finally. Comma, what shall I call myself? Question mark, then another bubble. I know. She says, I know. And then I will call.
Eagle wants to know, why doesn't she wear a Hitman outfit?
Because she's not a hitman. She's not
What does a Hitman outfit look like?
I'll call myself Snow.
So is it a secret, Rick? Can you tell me what the connection is with this person in the past or no?
Well, I'll tell you off air.
Well, we need to figure this out right now, though. So can you type it to me, like in the private chat?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
And then Peter says, why is she even deciding to be a superhero?
'Cause she's got powers. It was.
Because she got powers.
I know, that's. The buckler is. You want to tell who the buckler is to Peter?
I don't know who the buckler is.
You don't want to advertise about your character, John?
Why don't you shut up, Rick? Let's see. Peter says, so she can freeze a door. Oh, I'll be a superhero. At least. Like the pants she wore on Tuesday, the memory of her past comfortably slips into place. Thoughts of a chance encounter she had decades ago. Yeah, that's a good idea right there. That's a really good writing.
Okay, I think that might be enough information for you. So are these parodies of real superheroes? No. Okay. Let me know whether that makes any sense to you.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it again because it came up and then went away really fast. Okay, I found it. Okay, I got it. Okay, so let's see what we should say. It's pretty interesting. Let's see.
I'll call myself Snowdrift. Because I probably of the lady I met years ago. She had these same powers. There's lots of stuff that's going to be happening in my universe that I don't want to give away. I do want some things to be surprising when they happen. So, how is this, John? Okay. Christy says, or Snowdrift, whatever you want to call her, she's just in the uniform. Done, finally. What shall I call myself? I know. I'll call myself Snowdrift because of the lady I met years ago who had these same powers.
Peter Spider says, so these are parodies of real superheroes, right?
He says, please tell me yes. No. Alric says, I mean, how does she even come to the conclusion that she wants to be a hero? If I can freeze a door, I can save people?
Well, I'm imagining that she has a pretty close, tight-knit relationship with her Lord and Savior, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that she has these abilities is, and evidently these abilities are very, it's clear to her that these abilities are God-given. So she would want to use these abilities for good. Maybe not to be a superhero, but at least to do good in the world with her powers.
Yeah. Heck.
Like, she may not have it all fleshed out in her head right now, but she's at least thinking, hey, maybe I can go and help some people out that are in a drought. Or they're, maybe I could do something that would, make a big difference in the world to help people.
Yeah. Ulrich says, are we going to get a flashback of the woman who had the powers? These powers first. I mean, it would make sense. That will be revealed in time, Ulrich, who had the powers.
Well, she could say something along the lines of like, she needs to make the announcement either to herself or somebody that she is going to be using these powers to try to do something. Then she could say like a reason why she has to keep it secret, her identity or whatever.
Yeah.
And she needs a new name. And she says, and there was that woman, that woman with extraordinary powers. And then she could say something like that she had control, it seemed, over ice and snow or whatever. And then say, but that was a long time ago in another life.
Yeah.
I should take her name. I will call myself Snowdrift.
Can you repeat that? Listen to it again in the recap, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what I said. But I said something along the lines of, you say, it's clear to me that God has given me this ability, and I will do my best.
Yeah. Well, she says something. Sorry.
To do His will on this earth, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, she said something not quite the same way, but probably a little bit more cryptic in the comic here. It's on the previous page. It says, she says, well, Lord, I guess you want me to do it again, except with a new set of cards to play with this time.
That's not cryptic enough. I don't know. You can put that in. I don't know. It's your book.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, it doesn't want. It's not supposed to make a lot of sense at the moment to people.
No, I mean, I know what's going on, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But she should say, my friends, because her friends already been in some trouble, right? Her friends were already in the freezer.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I can't endanger my friends. That freezer incident was too much. I have to be anonymous. I have to call myself something. I can't let my friends get hurt.
No,
and there was that woman, that woman with extraordinary abilities.
No, she's not. There's no reincarnation, Albert. I don't believe in reincarnation. Christianity doesn't believe in reincarnation.
Don't make statements like that are false, Rick. We've already established that the Bible talks about reincarnation.
Not.
It sure
does. Peter says time travel. Well, here's something Peter does not know. Christy, she lived in the she was born in the 1920s or late either teens or early 19.
She's Captain America. She got frozen way back in the day, and now she has a new life in the present.
Yeah, and now she has.
Simple as that, Rick. You're not gonna convolute.
And because being frozen in the ice and snow, she got snow and ice powers. God gave it to her. So she didn't travel through time, but she's been.
She was in a state of stasis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Think about it. But I do got to go and get to work on this shed and this ungodly heat.
Okay, well, I guess we'll let you go then. And thank you for coming on, John, and helping out with this. Hopefully, whenever you can do the next 2 pages or page, well, I think it'll be probably 2 more pages, it looks like at this point.
Hopefully.
We'll get...
Oh my God, Bullet just cracked me up.
She woke up and she was 2,000 and late.
Okay, so let's see. What do I promote? All right.
Here, let me put it on you first, John.
All right. Let me go and pull up an image to share so I can promote this to your new viewer. Let's see here. Open.
Eagle says, I think she should be your Winter Soldier, Rick.
What I'm going to do is I am going to advocate for my YouTube channel right now. You have a new viewer, Rick, and I also want that viewer subscribed to my channel. So I'm going to try to pitch my channel.
Uh-huh.
This is what I'm trying to do. I am calling you to action to go and subscribe to my channel because my channel is great. I do a lot of fun things on my channel. And not only that, I also have a book I'm working on called The Buckler. This is The Buckler. It's my creation. And this book is already finished and has already been shipped out. This little ash can here that I'm showing. It's already shipped and out in people's hands. But I am working on a full-size graphic novel called The Buckler Ascendancy.
Yeah.
The Buckler Ascendancy is essentially the Buckler's rise to infamy. He is now going to be trying to take over the city of Winnipeg piece by piece. And let me see if I can go find a picture of the Buckler full on. Let's see here. Where am I? Here we go. Here's the Buckler.
Elric says, "Dear God, I hope you didn't put her in literally this year because you think she Because, no. Elric, she's just supposed to wake up whenever the present day is.
Yeah, if the book comes out in 2021, she wakes up in 2021.
When I wrote it, she was supposed to wake up in like the early 90s.
Just like Captain Marvel. All right, so this is my character, the Buckler, and he's a scrapper. He's not crazy super powered as normal, just a little bit, but he's a villain. He's a hardcore villain, and if you would, I would appreciate it if you head over to my YouTube channel, which is called Dillard Draws. That's DILLARD Draws, and I'm gonna grab my channel and I'm gonna put it in the link. Are you okay with that, Rick?
Well, of course, John.
All right, let me switch my account out from the Buckler. All right, now let's go to my channel. There we are.
Eagle says, Rick, is John stealing your viewers? We already read it, Rick. Yeah, I know. Kashi says, John already stole me. It's alright. I don't mind him stealing some viewers. Hey, I've probably taken some viewers from him too. Elric says, which Captain Marvel? The one that hurts people for asking a gentle smile, or the one that is the actual real superhero? Okay, so
I don't know. Let me go to your channel now, Cross Comics. Okay. And here we are. Here you are live now. And I'm going to put the link to my channel in the chat right here. And I want everybody to go and grab this and send it out to all your friends and say, you got to watch Dillard Draws because he's making dope stuff. That's what I want you to say.
Eagle says we can't drop links or anything. You can't, Eagle. You got a wrench. Okay, so yeah, and again, thanks John for coming on and helping with that, and for people, here is an almost done version of Ariel from Larry's. I will be on tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what I'm doing tonight because I don't got any interviews lined up at the moment. But I will be on drawing something or other. So thanks, John, for coming on. Thanks everybody in the chat for coming by and participating. It's been good. Glad to have you all here. And we will see you tonight. Bye for now. God bless. Have a great and wonderful day.